In this video, we're going to be taking a look at two of my favorite cases by BENKS, as well as a couple of their tempered glass screen protectors for the brand new Galaxy S25 Plus. Both of these cases are made from 600D Kevlar, and they're super premium looking and feeling. We have a minimalist case here, which is the Armor Air, and then we have a case that has a little bit more protection, that's the Armor Pro. We also have their HD Clear tempered glass screen protector, as well as their tougher Glass Warrior tempered glass screen protector. And you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a scratch and a drop test to see how durable these screen protectors are. We're going to see how everything fits, how everything feels, and by the end of this video, you'll know which one of these accessories are right for you. And if you do want to pick them up, I will be putting product links in the video description. So let's get started. And then here we have the BENKS Armor Air case. This is a minimalist case. It's made from 600D Kevlar, and it's also got MagSafe built in. So here is the case, and you can see that it fits the Armor Air name because it is super light, super thin, and it's also really strong. And you can see that it's Kevlar through and through. It's not just covered in the Kevlar. We also do have MagSafe built in. I don't know where they fit MagSafe in such a thin case, but they did. And it's also got a metal ring around your camera lenses as well. So we'll put our phone inside the case. Fits the phone perfectly. Feels great in the hand. It does have a little bit of a grip to it. It feels like the phone doesn't even have a case on it. You can see on the side it does have a large cutout for your buttons, so you can easily just press those instead of like a rubber button or something like that. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge on the front, and it's super slim. I really like this Kevlar. Now, if you were to put a tempered glass screen protector on the front of this, it would pretty much take up this little lip, but I will show you what it looks like with tempered glass on it as well. On the bottom here, we do have minimal cutouts. It's not just one big piece on the bottom like some of the other Kevlar cases out there. We have a specific cutout for our speaker and our charging port. On the other side, again, it's got that big cutout for those buttons. And on the back, you can see the really nice Kevlar. Feels super smooth. Doesn't show fingerprints. It just looks and feels really premium. I really love that. And the way that the metal camera ring looks too, it looks pretty cool. Not too many cases have a metal camera ring, and that's what adds to the premium look of the case. You can see that it's actually raised above the camera lenses for protection there too. Now, like I mentioned, this does have MagSafe built in, so let's test out that with our MagSafe charger. Here we have a BENKS wireless charger, clips right onto the back, charges your phone immediately, and it's also got a pretty strong hold on the case. So you definitely don't have to worry about your phone case just coming off the MagSafe charger. It's on there pretty good. Yeah, very nice. So if you're looking for a minimalist case to make your phone feel like it doesn't even have a case on it but add some protection, the Armor Air case is definitely a nice choice. Another nice thing about the Kevlar is it's also scratch proof. So if you happen to, put this in your purse or your pocket or something like that with some change and it happens to rub against the case, odds are it's not going to scratch it up just like my nails do. You can see there's no scratches or anything whatsoever on the back of this case. Now, it's not to say that nothing will scratch it. If you were to take, like a razor or a sharp key or something to this, it would definitely scratch it. It wouldn't be horrible, but you would definitely see it. But it is somewhat scratch resistant. And the best way that I found to take these cases off is to kind of hold it like this in your hand and push back in each one of the corners, and the case should come off fairly easily. Just like that. So you don't ruin the case and you don't scratch up your phone. And then here we have the BENKS Armor Pro case. This case is just like the Armor Air, but it adds more protection around the side, so it is a little bit thicker, but it's also made from 600D Kevlar, and it's got MagSafe built in. So here is the case. As you can see, we have the Kevlar backing just like the Armor Air. We also do have a metal ring around our cameras, but if we take a look at the sides, you can see that it's got these rubber sides to give your phone a little bit more protection. The case is still fairly light. It's not as light as the Armor Air, but I think it's pretty close. And as you can see, we have MagSafe built in, and that Kevlar is through and through on the back of the case. The rubber is only on the sides. Fits the phone perfectly, feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's also not slippery. It's got kind of like a smooth rubber type feel. As far as the buttons on the side, super clicky, easily pressable. I love it. If we take a look at the side, you can see it's got more of a raised edge on the Pro versus the Air. It also keeps your phone pretty slim. We've got our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power and volume buttons on the side. And on the back, again, shows off that aramid fiber on the back, keeps down those fingerprints as well. Feels nice and smooth. And like I mentioned before, the Kevlar is also scratch resistant. So if you happen to have it in your pocket or your purse and some coins or something rub up against it, you don't have to worry about it getting scratched up. And for the camera ring, this one only has a very slight raised edge above these camera lenses. And as I said, this does have MagSafe built in, so we'll try that out with our MagSafe ring. Clips onto the back, charges your phone immediately, and it's also got a pretty good strong hold on there as well, so you don't have to worry about your phone just falling off your MagSafe accessory. This is my favorite case. I like a little bit more protection for my phone, but I also like to keep it nice and slim, and that's what the Armor Pro offers you. The Armor Air is still a really nice case, but it's just a little bit too thin for my liking, but they're both really nice cases. So now we're going to install and test the HD Clear tempered glass screen protector. So we get one screen protector, an installation guide, an installation packet, and a sticker. So the first thing we need to do is to thoroughly clean off our screen with the alcohol wipe, then dry it off. Then take your sticker and we're going to put it over the whole phone. Then take your installation guide, making sure where it says the top, that goes towards the camera on your phone. Then we're going to peel off the sticker and put on our guide. Just press it down over the top of the phone. Then take your screen protector, making sure that this little portion here is going towards the camera on your phone. We're just going to peel that back until the screen protector comes off. And then we're going to place this down inside the guide. And then just press down in the middle and it should start to adhere to your phone. Then once it's done, you can take the guide off and then we'll take a look at our screen. And it does look like we have a couple bubbles down in the bottom here and maybe on the side, but we should be able to push those out with our fingers. We'll wipe it off. And we'll take a look at our installation. So it does look like I got a little piece of dust or something in the corner there. You see the little mark, but for the bubbles on the bottom and the sides, I was able to get those out with my finger. It also does look like there's a gap all the way around the screen for case compatibility. We'll test that out. This is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your camera. We'll test that out as well. As far as the touch, super smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. The edges are also rounded off. And as far as fingerprints, it does seem to pick up some slight smudges on the screen that you can see there, but because of the oleophobic coating, you can very easily just wipe those away. So now let's test out our fingerprints. Fingerprints are kind of hit and miss. Actually, they seem to be working better now. Yeah, so fingerprints seem to be working, but we are going to just re-register them just to see. So we'll redo our fingerprints here. So fingerprints went in pretty easily. So now let's test them out. and they seem to be working. Yeah, no problems there. So if you're having problems with your fingerprints, just re-register them after you install the screen protector, and I'd also recommend turning the touch sensitivity up for your screen. So now let's take a look at our front camera. Front camera looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there. And then we'll test out our facial recognition. And it seems to be working just fine. We'll do it again. Yeah, no problems there. So even though it is covering the camera, it seems to be working just fine. Now let's take a look at the screen as if we were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And it looks pretty clear to me. The only time you'll see a rainbow is if you start to twist and turn the phone and look at it from the side. But if you're looking at it dead on, I don't really see a rainbow. And as you can see, touch is working perfectly fine. No issues there. Then we'll look at the side to see if we can see any screen bleed. And I can see just a tiny little bit at the top there in the corner. A little bit on that side. And I can't really tell if I see it on this side or not. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit here too. So it seems to be pretty much lined up on the screen. So now let's put it in our Armor Pro case and we'll see how much of a raised edge we get with the tempered glass on there. And as you can see, it is pretty much flush with the case now. So if you're going to be using the Armor Pro or the Armor Air, so if you're going to be using the Armor Air case, the case is going to give your phone protection on the back and the sides, and the tempered glass should take care of the front of the phone. I think that fits perfectly. And then for our Armor Pro case, fits the case perfectly, and we still have a slight gap all the way around the phone. So the screen protector should be compatible with most cases. So everything's looking good for the screen protector so far. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So we're going to start off our test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 2 feet. There's a little mark, but it's not cracked. Moving on to 3 feet. It's still a mark, but not cracked. 4 feet. 4 feet. So this screen protector lasted up until a 4-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular tempered glass starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off our test with the number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally, number 7. And if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance is pretty standard for tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was really easy. It also does seem to be case friendly. It seems to work fine with the in-display fingerprint sensor. It lasted up until a 4-foot drop, and scratch resistance is pretty standard for tempered glass. So now we're going to test out the BENKS Glass Warrior screen protector. This is supposed to have enhanced impact resistance. It's got HD clarity, and it's also a full coverage screen protector. So we get an installation guide, 1 tempered glass screen protector, a sticker, and an installation packet. So once again, we need to thoroughly clean off our screen with the alcohol wipe, then dry it off. Then take your dust sticker, and we're going to cover the whole screen of the phone. Then take your installation guide, making sure that the top portion here is going towards the camera on your phone. We'll peel off the sticker, then put on our guide. Then take your screen protector, making sure that this portion is going towards the camera on your phone, and just peel that back. And we'll place this whole thing over our phone inside the guide. Then press down in the middle of the screen and it should start to adhere to your phone. Then when it's done, you can remove the guide and we'll take a look. So installation looks pretty good. We do have a couple bubbles in the corners of the phone. I don't know if you guys can see that there. So I'll just try to get those out with my finger. Then we'll wipe it down. And we'll take another look. So it does look like I was able to get those bubbles out in the corners. Looks pretty good. The edges are also rounded off. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. This is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your camera. And as far as fingerprints, it does seem to pick up some smudges on the screen, but they very easily just wipe away. And let's test out our fingerprints. Seem to be working just fine. Yeah, so if you're having problems with your fingerprints, again, just re-register them after installing the screen protector, and I would turn up the touch sensitivity of your screen as well. But you can see it is crystal clear, touch working fine, no issues there. Let's take a look at our front camera. Front camera looks nice and clear. I don't see any issues there either. Now let's take a look at the screen as if we're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And you can see that it's fairly clear. There is a little bit of a rainbow effect. If we start to twist and turn the screen, you can see that it does get a little worse. But it's definitely not horrible, especially if you're looking right at the screen. Let's test out our facial recognition. Working fine as well. We'll take a look to see if there's any screen bleed from the edges. And there is just an ever so slight bit you can see towards the top there. And on the other side, the same thing, just a little bit. Not bad at all. And we'll put this in our case. It fits the case perfectly again, and there's also a pretty good gap all the way around the phone still, so it should be compatible with most cases. No bubbles, no lifting. Looks pretty good. So everything for the screen protector again is looking great. And now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So again, we're going to start the drop test off at 2 feet with the 2.4 ounce steel metal ball. Here we go. No cracks yet. Moving on to 3 feet. No cracks yet. There is a little mark, but no cracks. 4 feet. 4 feet. So this screen protector also lasted up until a 4-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So again, we're going to start off our test with a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a look, sorry, focus. So we can see that there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and a little deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance for this screen protector is standard for tempered glass. So again, the screen protector was super easy to install. It also does seem to be case friendly. It also works well with the in-display fingerprint sensor. Again, it lasted up until a 4-foot drop, and scratch resistance is standard for tempered glass. So I'm curious to know which one of these cases you guys would choose and why. Let me know in the comments below. My favorite, again, is definitely the Armor Pro. I do like the Armor Air. It's a great case, but I like a little bit more protection for my phone, and the Armor Pro gives that to you. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the tempered glass because they were They seem to be exactly the same in my testing. They both lasted up until a 4-foot drop. It seemed like the scratch resistance might have been like a titch better on the regular HD glass, but there was nothing that really stood out as far as differences goes between both the screen protectors. And again, if you guys do want to pick these up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.